Why, you know, I have to come back to Killa and what happened to him. You know, let me explain to editor boss to me, like I said in the first video. There is nowhere in the Caribbean that's safe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Countryman return bad, sick and mad. Them other flag a day a bitch and fag. Ride out the young with big flag. Pull up, jump out of the stand mad. Countryman step for the shows, hush puppy. You might see him on the news and make no stoppy. Him love step him can't settle him feet. Green Goblin, I call police. Send Lucia, people in my bar for peace. Don't a Trinidad Prezi is a fucking beast. Fucking beast, fucking beast. Countryman return bad, sick and mad.
Because it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're not at the hands of the criminals and the gangsters, you're at the hands of the government and the police. Am I surprised that Killa get slapped with? No. What I am surprised about, and this might sound like I'm naive, but I am surprised at the level of guns and drugs, and to be honest, me no mind the man them hustling, you know, because we know so the politician them are thief and them are scrape up all the money in the Caribbean. We all know that. They live on top of the hill, people them live in at the bottom, and them are turn the people them in a bottom feeder. But what I was really surprised about, it's the amount of killings that goes on in these smaller Caribbean islands, and the amount of diabolical and treacherousness that occurs in these different islands. You know, me as a Caribbean man from Jamaica, I feel like I should be able to go to any island and we should be able to work, trade, and live together like the European Union. But for some reason, we cannot achieve this. This is what we achieve. Let me show you. Now look at this thing right here. You see what it says? The British Virgin Island. That's the premier. He got caught with cocaine. And then it goes down to a series of different people. You see you have Nyran. And this is a video that's floating around out there. And as we go down the line, you see the different people, like this young lady right here. They say she's a money launderer. And the list goes on and on and on. So, from what I am seeing and from what I analyze with my intel, you could tell that there is a lot of influencers in terms of corruption money. And, you know, Nyran probably crossed the line, but his demise is coming definitely from his camp. Now, British Virgin Island, it's only 23,000 people. So you're telling me that one of the highest profile person in the whole, not only, you know, in Tortillana, but along the whole Caribbean, even Jamaica, got murdered on a Saturday morning, early enough, midday, close to midday, whenever, in the middle morning, and nobody see or hear anything. Now, just like I stated earlier, the smaller island them have a whole bunch of mix-up. And just from doing the research on this guy and, you know, knowing the history, because I've been tracking him for a long time. I've been tracking this guy for about 2-3 years. His moves, what he's doing, and just like I stated, it's coming from his camp. Look at that info right there. It says why Westbank is out for Cammy and Cordell. Now the Westbank is falling apart. Cammy and Cordell know that SOB crew was trying to get Westbank Nyran killed by those Lucian men, and now they befriended Dustman, head of SOB. They betrayed Nyran. But what was always been, those guys never are like Nyran. They just like what he had to offer, the money, cars, and jewelry. So, you know, you see what's going on, and I already predicted this, is surrounding, because in Tortola, it's 23,000 people like I mentioned earlier. But he is not the only one doing things. And, you know, there is like a low-level gang warfare that's going on. You understand? Now, a couple people name has been called Cammy and Cordell. Obviously, them is a player in the drugs world, and them a make money. From what the intel and the information that's out there is saying, that they have a low-level beef with Nyran and other people in the island. This young man here died, Azim, and it seems like, you know, from the information going on, it says that this guy was moving big shit and he was mixed up with customs and this and that. So I guess customs was watching him. So they said that this guy right here, he was the one who called the shot, and Azim, follow what I'm saying right here. And Keith, them say kill Azim, but Nyran, Yo Killa from Westbank Records, is getting blamed for it. I want to understand that. Nyran was getting blamed for that murder. And they're saying that, you know, all these guys are a bunch of haters. Now, the reason why we're talking about all of this is to just show the dynamics, what's going on. Now, Keith them say slap with Azim and not Cordell and Cammy, the two person I show at the front. Now, Keith, he is down with Dustman, and I'm gonna mention Dustman further down in this video. And Dustman, he is the head of SOB. I'm just trying to break down the mix up for y'all so you can follow what's going on. And friend killers, now you have a SOB crew in our gang or whatever the hell it is in tortilla, and them say it's Dustman who is the man running that, and it seems like Dustman name is calling on the killing of Naira. Now there is many more players in this we're gonna say Viper Nest. Very diabolical crew of people, from the core mill go right back to Key to this to that. But there's also another player called Micah in this whole what you da call it, debacle or dilemma. But at the end of the day, it just goes to show that all that glitter is not gold. And when you see a man out there with his money, you don't know what he have to go through and what he's doing to get that money. So all I can say is I am gonna keep my ears to the ground, because like you have a whole bunch of crew and stuff going on, and I am gonna get to the bottom of it. But for now it seems like it's Dustman, and you have some higher ups from earlier in the video that I show who is associated with a lot of these guys. So it's like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Listen, my name is Countryman.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Countryman rich and bad, sick and mad. Them other flag a day a bitch and fag. Ride out the young with big flag. Pull up, jump out and in stand mad. Countryman step for the shows, hush puppy. You might see him on the news and make no stoppy. Him love step, him can't settle him feet. Green Goblin, I called police. Send Lucia, people in my bar for peace. Don't Trinidad press is a fucking beast. Fucking beast, fucking beast. Countryman rich and bad, sick and mad. Them other flag a day a bitch and fag.